right, so welcome everyone. Pilates All Levels with me, Mike. Please listen to your bodies. Don't push, pass through any pain, modify if necessary. We're going to start seated, focusing on a lot of core. We're going to throw in some open leg rocker as per request today. All right, take your time. Let's get into it. Let's start seated, facing the front end of the room here. All right, let's grab behind our legs with our feet hip width distance apart, knees bent, feet about 1.5 feet away from our sit bones. We're gripping behind our legs. Let's close our eyes for a moment. Chest is open, shoulder blades back and down, breathing into the sides of our ribs. Okay, let's inhale in through the nose. Breathing into the sides of the ribs, we exhale to pull our abdominals in, okay? Rooting through our sit bones, those upper back muscles are active, those abdominals are engaged, keeping our trunk engaged, rooting through our sit bones, building the spine up tall. Let's just take one more deep breath in. And let's exhale to round our spine. So very simple. We create some curvature here, the low back rounds, the mid back rounds, keeping those shoulders stacked above our hips. We get that low spine to stretch, and then we sit up tall to inhale. Exhale, again, we round. All right, so we hollow through the midline of the body. We get a bit of a tuck in our pelvis here. We create that C curve. We get that curvature in our spine, keeping the shoulders stacked above our hips. We inhale to sit up tall. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, rounding, rounding, getting that C curve, hollowing through the midline of the body. Let's sit up tall. All right. We inhale up tall. Now let's exhale. Let's tuck the pelvis under. Let's round the spine, rolling the body back, keeping that tuck. The lower back makes contact with the mat. We breathe in. Exhale, rounding forward, keeping that curvature. Let's sit up tall. Let's sit up tall. Inhale and exhale, tucking the hips under, rounding, rolling the spine. Get that low spine to make contact with the mat. We breathe in. Exhale, rounding forward, shoulders over the hips. We sit up tall in the spine. We inhale and exhale, rounding. Okay, so we scoop the pelvis under. Really think of those sit bones rolling towards our heels. All right, we breathe in, exhale, pulling in with those abs, rounding forward, shoulders over the hips. We sit up tall. Let's try that one more time. Exhale, rounding, hollowing, keeping that tuck. We breathe in at the bottom. Exhale, rounding, rolling forward. You can take your hands on your shins. Let's push into those shins. Let's sit up tall. Keep the abs in, back active. We inhale. Exhale, let's round. We roll the body back. Roll the body back. Now keep the chest lifted here. Keep your position. Let's inhale. Exhale, keep the abs in. Let's lift that right leg tabletop. Inhale, set it to the floor. Exhale, the left leg tabletop. Alternating legs, keeping our chest lifted, maintaining our position, and lift. Now inhale, take the hands behind your head. Exhale, the right leg lifts to tabletop. Let's rotate the chest to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, lift the left leg up. That chest rotates to the left. We inhale. Exhale, rotate, pulling in with those trunk muscles. Inhale, exhale. We go one more to the right. Inhale back, one more to the left. Inhale back and exhale, lowering the head, neck, and chest down. Let's bend our knees. Bring those heels in line with your tailbone, hands by your sides. Okay, we're neutral in our alignment. Shoulder blades are back. We inhale. Now exhale, tuck your hips under. Let's flatten the low back into the mat, using those abdominals, drawing the navel inward. All right, and then find your neutral. Let's inhale. Again, exhale, tucking the pelvis under, drawing the navel inwards. We imprint. And then we inhale back to neutral. Okay, we create some space between that low spine and the mat. And exhale, keeping that tuck, rounding the low back into the floor. And then finding neutral, we inhale. Again, exhale. The navel pulls in. We flatten the low back to the floor. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale, tucking under. Okay, we imprint. Now find neutral. Okay, keep the pelvis stable and still. Let's inhale the right knee out to the side. Exhale that right knee back. We reset. Inhale the left knee out to the side. Keep those abs in. Exhale that knee back to return. The hips stay square forward. We inhale the right knee. Exhaling back. The left knee. Inhale. All right, keeping our position. You almost can feel a stretch in those inner thighs. As we move with the breath, we focus on that stability in our trunk, okay? Focusing on our position, our alignment. We inhale the left knee out. Exhaling that knee back. Let's go one more right leg. Inhale, inhale. Exhale back. One more left leg. And exhale back. Okay, you can reset your feet. All right, make sure they're nice and hip width. Let's get into our bridging. So we take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, pull in with your abs. We flatten the low back into the mat. Lift the hips up, okay? So bridging here, those glutes, those hamstrings activate. Keeping that tuck, we peel the spine up one vertebra at a time into our first bridge here. We breathe in, hold, and exhale to roll the spine down. So keeping the tuck, we work each vertebra into the floor. Okay, now we find our neutral. It's an inhale. Okay, deep breath in. And again, exhale. Keep the ribs down, tuck the pelvis under. The low spine flattens into the floor. We elevate, all right? Glutes, hamstrings. Keeping that tuck, not letting the knees splay out to the sides. Keeping our chest open, shoulder blades back. We hold, inhale. Exhale to roll the spine slowly down. Okay. Working each vertebra into the mat. And then we find neutral. It's an inhale. Exhale. Pulling the navel inwards. Elevating. Elevating. Keeping the ribs soft. The glutes, those hamstrings are active. Hold to the top for a breath in. Exhale to roll the spine down. Okay, so taking your time, listening to your body, working each vertebra into the floor. Find our neutral, a couple more. Inhale, exhale again. Imprinting, flattening, elevating the hips, glutes, hamstrings. Keeping the chest open, shoulder blades back. Breathing in at the top, we inhale. Exhale to roll the spine down. Okay, and then we'll do one more. And this time we'll actually hold at the top, finding neutral, we inhale. And again, exhale, imprinting, elevating, keeping that tuck, getting those glutes to activate. The hips stay high. Work your hands into the floor. Let's inhale to drop the right hip towards the mat. Exhale to square the hips back to center. Inhale, the left hip drops down towards the floor. Exhale to square the pelvis back. We alternate sides. Inhale the right hip down. Exhale to return. Inhale the left hip down. Exhale back to return, alternating. So keeping the knees still in space. That left hip drops. We breathe. Exhale to return, one more right leg. Squaring back to center, one more left leg. Using the glute, using those obliques. Hold for a breath. Exhale to roll the spine slowly down, keeping that tuck. Round that low back into the floor. Let's all bring our hands just above our shoulders with the palms facing each other. Let's glue our feet and knees together. Reach your arms out to a T. Okay, let's inhale our knees to the right. Okay, we breathe in. Let's get this twist. Now pull in with your trunk muscles. Return back to center. Take your knees to the left. All right, so that right foot stays glued to the left leg. Exhale, pull again with those obliques. Let's return. Alternating sides. Knees to the right, we inhale. Exhale, corseting through the midline of the body. We return, alternating sides. Okay, inhale the knees over. Exhale, pull in with those trunks to return. We take our knees to the right. Left foot stays glued to the right leg. Pulling in with your abs, we return. To the left, it's an inhale. And exhaling back, we go one more to the right. Inhaling over. Exhaling back, using those abs. One more to the left. Inhaling, inhaling. Exhale back to center. Let's hold in center now. Interlacing your fingers behind your head. Okay. Elbows in our peripheral vision. Okay, let's take a deep breath in. Now exhale, pull in with your trunk muscles. Let's lift our head, neck, and chest up. Eye gaze to our knees. We breathe in, hold. And then exhale to lower the body back down. We go again, inhale. Exhale. Head, neck, and chest will lift. Eye gaze forward, deep breath in, hold. And exhale to the mat. We breathe again. Exhale. The navel draws in towards the spine, folding the head, neck, and chest up. We breathe. And exhale down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, chest lifts up, getting that good flexion in the spine. We breathe in. Exhale to lower down. Couple more like this. Inhale. Exhale. Getting that lift. We breathe in at the top. And exhale down. Adding on this next chest lift. We breathe. Exhale. We lift. Now, let's all grab our legs, come up a little higher. Okay, so keeping that chest lift height, keep that position. Let's all interlace our fingers behind our head. Stay lifted now. Exhale, lift the right leg tabletop. Inhale, set the foot down. Staying lifted. Exhale, that left leg lifts. Marching here. Inhale. Exhale, right leg. Okay, take your time. Inhale. Exhale, left leg. Okay, one more right leg. Okay, inhale. Exhale, last one, left leg. Inhale the foot down. Now exhale, rotate your upper body slightly to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale slightly to the left, keeping those trunk muscles active. We go to the right. Inhale back. Exhale to the left. One more each side. To the right. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Inhale back. Exhale, lower everything to the floor. Take your arms out to a T. Cross the right leg over the left. Take the knees to the left, right? Yeah, just a quick twist here. You can take your left hand on your right knee. Pushing into that thigh, okay? That right shoulder stays on the mat. Breathing here. Okay, getting this twist here, reaching this right arm out. Okay, and then pull in with your core. Let's return to center, switching legs, left over right. Take your knees to the right. You take your right hand on that left thigh. Okay, push into that thigh, getting a good twist. Think tall in your spine, tall in your alignment here. Taking some good deep breaths in and out. All right, keeping that left shoulder on the floor. Keeping our position. Now both arms to a T, pulling in with your trunk muscles. We return. Let's uncross our legs. Okay. Take your arms back out to a T. Let's lift the right leg tabletop, left leg to match. All right. Full spine twist here. Let's take our knees to the right. Inhale over. Exhale, pulling in with your trunk. We return. Knees to the left. Inhale. Exhale again. Those trunk muscles fire to return. Alternating sides. Inhale. Exhale to use those trunks, those obliques. Inhaling over, we breathe. Exhale, squeezing back through center, keeping tall and long in our position. Knees go to the right. Exhale back to center. Inhale to the left. Okay, exhaling back to center. Let's go one more to the right. Exhale, pull in with those obliques. One more to the left. Inhale. Exhale back. Now circle your hands down by your sides, straightening your legs. Okay, so doing our best to keep those legs perpendicular to the floor. We inhale our feet to the right. Exhale, small circle in those legs, down and around, and back. Take your feet to the left. Inhale. Exhale, legs down and around, and back, resetting. Feet to the right. Keep those trunk muscles firing. So important those abs stay in to support the spine and pelvis. We return. Inhale. Exhale. Down and around and back. One more to the left. Down and around and back. Now bend your legs tabletop. Let's interlace our fingers behind our head. Inhale. Exhale. Let's lift our head, neck, and chest back up. Stay lifted. Let's all grab our legs. Coming up a little higher. Okay. Let's keep that height here. Stay lifted. Inhale. Take both knees away. The feet touch. Exhale. Pull those thighs in. Inhale. Take the knees away. Exhale to pull. Staying lifted. Keeping the trunk active. One more. Exhale to pull. Now grab those legs again. Coming up a little higher. Let's take the left hand to the right leg. Rotate the upper body to the right. Take the left foot to the floor. Switch. Okay. Switch through center to the right, to the left. Inhale. Exhale to switch. Inhale through center. Exhale to switch and go. And go. Hold in center. Pull the knees to your chest. Just rocking the body side to side. Okay, working the low back, the mid back into the mat here. All right, and then you can just draw some circles with your knees here. Take the legs out and around, maybe a little hip mobility here, and then reverse before we advance some bridge work. All right, let's take our feet to the floor, one leg at a time, hands down by our sides. All right, feet hip width distance apart. Okay, let's take a breath in. Exhale, let's tuck our hips under, flattening the spine, elevating the pelvis back up into our bridge. Okay, hips lifted in our bridge. Okay, find your alignment, work the hands into the floor. Breathe in. Now exhale, stabilize the body on the right leg, lift the left leg tabletop. Inhale, touch the left foot to the floor. Exhale that right leg back up. Inhale, foot touches. Exhale to lift. Inhale, touch. Exhale, lift. Keeping the body stable on that right leg for 2. And 1. Now set that foot to the floor. Take a breath in. And then we'll exhale to roll the spine down slowly. Okay, work each vertebra into the floor. Find neutral. Inhale. Exhale. Tucking the hips under, imprinting. elevating. Okay. Arms into the mat. Stabilize the body on the left leg. Exhale, lift the right leg up, tabletop. All right. Inhale, touch the right foot to the floor. Exhale, the leg up. Inhale, the foot touches. Exhale, we lift. Stable through that left leg. Just getting some movement here in the hip joint for 2. One more. We lift. Now set that right foot to the mat. Hold. Take the arms overhead. Okay, we reach those arms overhead, long in our spine. We breathe. And exhale, rolling each vertebra down into the mat with that overhead reach there. Okay, rock your hips to neutral. Inhale. Now, let's exhale. Let's bring the hands up over the shoulders, lifting the head, neck, and chest up. Let's all grab those legs, pull your arms with your arms, slide the feet forward. Let's roll up to seated, right into our ball posture. Okay, sit bones heavy to the mat. All right, let's inhale the body back, right into our roll like a ball. Exhale up, we pause. All right, inhale back, keeping that curvature consistent. Exhale up, we pause. All right, inhale back, staying round. Exhale up, inhale back, exhale up. All right, doing your best to not touch your feet to the floor, balancing. All right, we'll do a few more. Inhale. Okay, last 2. All right, one more for everybody. Inhale. And balance here. Now, grabbing your ankles. All right, our open leg rocker, straightening our legs. You can modify by keeping the knees bent, grabbing those legs like so. Otherwise, the full version, the legs are long, feet are pointed. We got a flat back. Inhale, we round the spine to the base of our shoulder blades. We exhale up to seated in that flat spine. Inhale to round. We roll back to the base of our shoulder blades. Exhale up to seated. It's that flat spine. We inhale. Exhale. Rolling up. It's a flat spine. Inhale. Exhale. Try not to let your head touch the floor either. Sitting up tall. Inhale. Back. Exhale up, flat back 2. Inhale. Woo. One more. Inhale back. We sit up tall, legs together. Nice work there, Talita. Impressive. Let's bring our legs together. All right. Pull the heels in towards the sit bones. You have been practicing those, huh? Looking good. Looking good. Wow. So we separate our knees. Now, you push those elbows into your thighs a bit here. Just a little hip opener before we continue. Right. You're going to take your hands behind you, elevating the hips up, folding over those feet, getting a good hip opening here, tall and long in your spine. And we'll sit down back to the floor. Now, let's stretch our legs out in front. Before we get into some seated work, we can do a little bit more trunk work here. Hands in line with each other, palms facing in. We breathe in and then we exhale. Let's round and roll back. Working each vertebra into the floor. The arms reach overhead. Inhale, the hands come up, head, neck, and chest lifts, tucking the hips under. We elevate. Deep breath in at the top, and then exhale, rolling back. All right. Taking the arms overhead. Inhale, the hands come up, head, neck, and chest lifts, pulling in with our trunk. Exhale, rolling up to seated. I'm just going to scoot forward a little bit. We keep that curvature. We breathe in. And exhale, rolling the spine down, arms overhead. Inhale, the hands come up, head, neck, and chest lifts. We exhale to roll up to seated. Couple more. We breathe in. Exhale to reverse. Keeping that position. One more. Inhale. Head, neck, and chest lifts. Exhale up to seated. Now we breathe in. Exhale to round and roll the body back, but you're going to go just to the base of the shoulder blades. Hold here. Let's lift that right leg up, tabletop. Grab behind that leg for hamstring pull one. Switch legs through center, pulling that leg towards you. The right leg goes to the floor, left leg to the floor, and switch. And we switch, staying lifted, getting those hamstrings to open up, keeping the pelvis stable and still. We switch and switch, getting those hamstrings to stretch a bit, and switch, staying lifted. We switch, two, one more each. One, and one, both legs up, grab behind those legs. I'm gonna grab down towards my ankles, push your legs back into your hands. Let's roll up to seated. Stretch the legs long. Just find an easy forward fold here. Whew. Opening the low back. Getting a little bit of an opening here. Okay. And let's sit upright, sit up tall. You can keep your feet where they are, shoulder width distance apart. Let's interlace our fingers behind our head. Let's rotate our upper body to the left, okay? Back to center, inhale. Exhale, let's go to the right. Okay, using those trunk muscles, we rotate the spine, inhale to center. Exhale to the left, okay? Inhale, return. Exhale to rotate, inhale. Exhale, we go to the left. Firing those obliques. Get that trunk work here. Now, let's rotate to the left, okay? Now, tilt the spine. Let's take the right elbow just outside that right knee. Pull in with your trunk, stack the body back up. Rotate back to center. Let's rotate to the right. Now tilt the upper body to the left elbow to the left, outside of the left knee. Let's return to center. Pull in with your trunk. We go to the left. Take the right elbow to the outside of that right knee. We stack up. Return. We go to the right. Tilt the body to the left elbow to the outside of that left knee. Pull in with your trunk to return. Last one. Each side. Tilt. And building the spine up. One more. We go to the right. Tilt in this direction. Build the spine back up. We return. Now hold. Hands out in front of you. Here we inhale. Exhale. Nodding your chin to your chest. We round and roll the body forward. Okay. A little bit of a low back stretch here. See if you can bring your hands past your heels if possible. We breathe. And then exhale. Pull in with your abs. We slowly stack the spine up. Inhale. Exhale. Rounding and rolling. Hands go past the heels. We breathe. Exhale. Using your abs, slowly stacking the spine up one piece at a time. Okay, one more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Rounding and rolling. Taking the hands past the heels. We breathe in. Exhale. Keep the abs in. We stack the spine up. Now interlace the fingers just in line with your sternum here. Just a little bit of upper body work here. Pulling the hands in either direction. Let's line the hands up with the left shoulder. Now pull with the opposite arm. Resist with the left arm, okay? So bring your hands to the other side. We're pulling the hands in either direction. We're focusing on strengthening our upper back, our shoulder blades, our rotator cuff is getting some work here. Okay. Pull and resist. We return. Pull and resist, keeping tall in our position. Pulling those hands apart, keeping the abs in. Pull and resist, keeping our shoulder blades back and down. Let's go one more to the left. Let's go one more to the right. We bring our hands in, we hold. Now take the hands away, still pulling in either direction. Line the hands up with your navel, bring the hands overhead, circling here, keeping the trunk active. All right, and then we reverse. Take the hands away, bring the hands in line with your navel. Take the hands away. We're pulling those hands apart, keeping our posture, keeping our position. All right, one more, one more. Overhead and relax. Whew. A lot of upper body work there. And then some hip work here. Let's sit up tall, interlacing the fingers behind our head. Just some brief hip work here. Let's lift that left leg up, lift the left leg in line with the right. Take the left leg up to the outside of the mat and then return. Lift the right leg up. Take the right leg to the outside and return. Okay, left leg to the outside and return. So we're strengthening our hip flexors a bit. Okay, take the leg to the outside and return. The trunk stays active. Left leg lifts. Take the leg to the outside and return. One more right. Bring it back in. Now take the hands forward, bring the legs together. Let's roll the spine back. We're gonna lie all the way down on our back here with our hands by our sides. All right, now from here, let's lift the right leg tabletop, left leg to match. All right, hands by our sides. We inhale, let's take the feet away from us, stack the feet up over the hips, pulling in with your trunk muscles. We'll elevate the hips just above our shoulders, legs parallel to the floor. Into our rollover. Inhale, flex, separate the feet. Take the feet down to the floor if possible. And we'll exhale to roll the spine down one piece at a time. Circling the legs around. Let's go for 2. Pulling in with your trunk, stacking the hips above our shoulders. Inhale, flex, separate, hinge. Feet to the floor. Rolling through the spine, pointing the feet, circling the legs together. One more, inhale. Exhaling up and over. Inhale, flex, separate, hinge. Feet to the floor. Rolling the spine down, pointing the legs. Pull the knees to your chest and rock the spine side to side. Okay, hugging those knees in. Pulling those thighs in. All right, now take your left leg long along the floor. Take that right knee across the midline. Set it to the floor on your left. Right arm to a T. Breathing in and out here. Opening the chest to the sky. Just an easy twist here, keeping tall in our posture. Reaching that right arm. All right, and then we pull the right knee to the chest, left leg to match. Slide the right leg long. Take that left leg across the midline. Set it to the floor, opening our chest to the sky. All right, getting a good twist here. Tall in our posture, tall in our position. Breathing in and out. All right, all right. Okay, now hug your knees to your chest. And last time, just rock side to side. All right, and 1 foot at a time to the floor. Let's all flip onto our left side here. And let's stretch both legs long so our feet are slightly forward of the hips with the legs long. Right hand in front of the chest to help support and balance. Pull in with your obliques. Let's press the bottom leg up into the top, hiking now the right hip to the ribs. We set our feet down and then we go again. Bottom leg presses up into the top, hiking the right hip to the ribs, and we lower down. Okay, again, using your obliques, getting that side bend to happen. Let's lift for 2 and 1. Take your feet to the floor. Now take your right arm by your side. Let's pull in with our obliques. Let's lift the feet up, lift the chest up into the side bend, and lower down, okay? We go again, pulling in with the trunk muscles. We press the bottom leg up into the top. We lift, and we lower down. Couple more, couple more. Bottom leg presses up into the top, getting that bend. We return, last one, last one. Lifting, 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 and back down. Let's bend our knees. Heels in line with our tailbone now. Pelvis is stacked. Trunk is active. Let's lift that right thigh up, turning the hip out. Knees together. And lift. Then we return. And up. So that outer right glute activates here. We lift the thigh up. And we return. Good. Keeping the abs in. We lift that thigh up. And we return. Couple more. Down. Just some simple glute work here. And then knees together. Let's bring the knees in line with our hips. Okay, let's lift that whole right leg straight up and down. Still some active trunk work happening here. We need those abs engaged, supporting and stabilizing our position. Let's go for 2. I like to take my arm out to a T just to feel my posture without my tactile self-cueing. Knees together, all right, bring the heels back in line with your tailbone. Come on up to your left elbow, okay? So in this position, we have a flat back. We're stable in that left shoulder. Right arm to a T. Let's thread that right arm between our left elbow, left hip here, and then we untwist back to return, okay? Thread, left elbow, left hip, we get that twist, and we return. Let's go one more. We rotate, 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 and lift. Now hold, pull in with your trunk muscles. Let's lift the hips up, tall in our position in this modified side plank, stable in that left shoulder blade, holding, 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 and then hips to the mat. Let's find this mermaid alignment. And let's tilt the body to our right. Stretching that whole left side. And then rotate your upper body to that right shin. Opening that whole left side. Very good, very good. And let's build the body back up. We stack up tall and let's switch sides. All right, so still facing this direction. Lie on our right side now. Stretching that right arm overhead. All right, you can take your feet slightly forward of your hips. Head resting on your right arm here. Let's pull in with our trunk muscles. Pull that left hip to the left side rib cage. We inhale down. Exhale, abs pull in, hiking the hip to the ribs, and we lower down. Okay, again, just simple leg lifts here. Inner thigh activity, oblique activity. Now, feet down. Slide your left hand down by your side. Let's pull with our obliques. Press the bottom leg up into the top. We lift and we control it back down. Again, bottom thigh presses up into the top. We lift and then we control it down. Okay, abs are working hard. We side lift, bottom leg presses up into the top. 2, lifting, lifting, lifting and down. One more. We lift, we lift, we lift and relax down. Now, let's bend our knees. Heels line up with our tailbone. Let's lift that left knee straight up. Simple glute clams here. Knees together and lift. We return. Okay, keeping our position, our posture consistent. That thigh lifts and it returns. Okay, so you get some external rotation in the hip. Obliques are working, lifting the thigh up, the glute. Let's go for 3, 2. We lift for 1. Okay, now bring the knees in line with your hips. Pull that thigh up. Let's lift that top leg straight up and down. Okay. Lifting that leg up, keeping the abs in. Okay. Additional outer hip work here. Let's go for 3. Tall in our position. That's 2. Go, 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 go. One more. Lift, 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 and knees together. Heels in line with their tailbone. Come on up to that right elbow. Okay, let's take the left arm out to a T now, threading that left hand between the right elbow, right hip, and then untwist back. 2, ready, rotating, and back up once more. Rotate, rotating, and back up. Now hold. Keep your position, keep your alignment. Push the knees into the floor. Let's lift the hips up. Hold in your side plank. Okay, we want to be tall or long. Long in this posture. Long in this position. Really still active in our trunk here. One more breath. And hips to the mat. Let's find our mermaid-like posture. Okay, or figure 4. We're seated up tall. Let's take that right hand up and over to the left. Okay. And then rotate to that left leg. Getting a good stretch here, opening that whole right side. Breathing in and out. All right. Getting that side bend, getting the stretch. Now, let's stack the body all the way up right here. Okay, let's go. Hands, or rather, prone position. We'll do some hands and knees in a moment. Okay, right here with our hands below our shoulders, face hovering up off the mat, legs together. Let's pull in with our abdominals. Let's inhale to lengthen our head, neck, and chest forward and up. Exhale, we control it back down. We go again, inhale, lengthening through the crown of our head, working our upper back, keeping our abs in, pelvis still. We exhale to control it now. Now, keeping our posture, we'll do a couple more, just basic back extensions here to the floor. One more. Okay. And then lower down. Now let's interlace our fingers below our forehead. Keep the abs in. Let's engage the right glute. Let's lift that right leg straight up. Now set it to the floor. Engage the left glute. Lift the left leg up, okay? Keep the abs in. Keep your posture, your position. Right leg lifts. We return. Left leg lifts. It's the glute, then the hamstring. I'm going to take my left hand up my low back just to feel that my pelvis is stable and still as I alternate legs. Okay. Tall in our posture, still Our abs are in. One leg lifts. The other leg lifts. Glute and hamstring. One more right leg. One more left leg. And set the feet to the floor. Let's take our arms overhead. Okay, let's push our elbows into the mat. Abs are in. Let's lift the right leg, left arm. Okay, we return. Keep your shoulder blades in position. Right arm, left leg. And we return. Left arm, right leg. Right arm, left leg. Keeping the abs in. Left arm, right. Right arm, left. Abs in, keeping our position. One more of each. Okay, last one, right arm, left. And relax everything down. So interlace your fingers below our forehead. Bend your knees, and then just take your feet side to side. Whew. Just letting those legs go, giving yourself some traction in the spine, the low spine. Okay? And then straighten your legs long. Let's push our elbows into the floor. Take your hips back towards your heels. You can rest your forehead on the mat. Reaching these arms long overhead. Okay. And then let's come onto our elbows. This elbow plank position here. Now, before we take our legs back, let's actively press our shoulder blades wide. Okay. Let's take the right leg behind us, left leg to match. Keep the abs in. Keep your position, hold. Point the right foot, 3 repetitions. Lift the right leg up for 3. Let's lift for 2. 1, and we switch legs. Point the left foot, lift the left leg up for 3. 2, 1. Hold your plank, keep the position, and knees to the mat. One last time, take your hips back to your heels. Stretching out your low spine. And then back to hands and knees now for a hip opener here. Let's take the right knee to the right hand, pivot around that right hip. Let's all sink our hips back so that right heel is in line with our left hip there. And then let's come on down to our elbows, if you can. This glute stretch, okay? So opening this right glute, working back into that hip, folding over that thigh. Just mobilizing that glute a bit. And you can actually come up and rotate towards that thigh for a moment. See if you can deepen that hip mobility. And then we'll return. Let's take the left knee forward, left knee. Okay. Left knee, left hand. Let's scoot our hips back. See if you can square your hips to the floor. All right. Bumping our hips back. You can fold over that left leg. Getting a stretch here. Okay, and then you can rotate a little bit to that left leg. Opening that left glute, getting this rotation. Stretching out this thigh here. Twisting, rotating. And we'll come on up. Let's come on up to hands and knees. Just curling your toes under. We'll pike our hips up. Let's see our downward facing dog. Working our heels into the floor, head weight resting between our elbows. Okay, alternating bending knees. Getting tall and long in our posture, our position. All right, and then let's walk our feet towards our hands. Just find an easy forward fold over the thighs. Just letting your head weight relax. Getting a good upper back, low back stretch here. Just really letting your head weight go. Just taking deep breaths in. Getting some traction. Let's breathe in and then exhale, pulling in with your trunk muscles. Start to round the spine. All the way up to standing here. Build the body up. Let's just see a few shoulder circles here. All right. And reverse. And we'll finish there for the morning, everybody. Thank you for joining.